Every day brings new beginnings, but when will it be the dawn of a new era for women in business? The start of women's journey began with inspiring people such as Eleanor Roosevelt and Rebecca Lukens, who influenced other women to become more a part of the business world, while paving the pathway to success. But there are still difficulties despite their powerful journey.
Eleanor Roosevelt. She had a good education. She was from a really important, wealthy family. Obviously, she married into power, but she used advantages for larger global social justice, and she didn't have to. And that speaks to her unbelievable character. Eleanor Roosevelt was one of the founding energies behind the United Nations, and she could have rested comfortably, but she chose to not only get involved, but really do the hard work.
Rebecca Lukens owned and operated her father's Brandywire iron and nail business. She brought the struggling business to a successful one in only 10 years under her leadership. Many stories like hers have built up to the present day's progress. From the years 1880 to 1920, the amount of women in business dramatically increased. This period of time helped make the U.S. economy one of the greatest in the world.
In the late 1980s, women made a lot of progress by owning half of America's businesses. About 10 years later, women's earnings has exceeded $1 billion of profit.
The women are more engaged in their own business pursuits, and that's awesome because those are the people we live with. Those are the people around us, either working out of their house or working in their localities.
It was always my dream to have my own business. The J in JCL stands for Jody. The C stands for my daughter, Carlye. Ellis is a shared middle name. It's a family name that's been in my family for generations.
I'm Barbara Stratton. I'm the Director of Global Merchandise for Gap Body. Because really my job is all about supply and demand, essentially. How much we buy of something, how much we sell of it, how much profit we make on everything. How do we give the people the things that they want at the end of the day? One of the biggest parts of my job, I think, is always getting up in front of a group of people and talking to them, because I'm always kind of selling something, right? To a customer, to management, saying, I want you to support me financially to really develop this idea and make it a really big idea, because I think that this could put us on the map to make this like the most amazing thing that people want to come here. So you always have to get up and have display a lot of confidence and knowledge about what you're talking about. Any degree is really valuable. All higher education, any class you take, everything is valuable, right? Because you learn and you force yourself to think differently and you challenge yourself.
The bummer is that when you start to get up into the leadership zones, there are fewer and fewer women represented. So I don't know the most recent statistics, but women occupy fewer than 20%, maybe far fewer than 20% of what's called the C-suite, the top leadership position in the Fortune 500 companies. They are on fewer boards of trustees. I mean, we're talking like 10, 15% nationally. And so we have a long way to go between participation, which is healthy, and then decision making and leadership.
I see women in any position they want to be in. I see them having a very strong prominence and presence in the workplace, regardless of what field it is.
I hope we can just be human together.